it.
All right, and we are live. What's up, people? What's up, guys?
Hey.
And it's so great. I hope you guys are having a good Saturday morning if you're listening to this Saturday morning, and hopefully soon we'll get some people joining us here live in the chat. You can watch us now and hang out with us live. And I don't know if you guys can see the YouTube now. I did some things.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, now I can see.
Look at these things that you did.
I figured for one, we have a sponsor, so we should, promote our sponsor, Big Dan.
Should we do like the QR code in two of the corners and like the mutation logo on the other two?
Wow, Leo's got some artistic design.
No.
He's not waiting.
One logo.
Because like the people know, we do our meetings live.
You're right. All of our production meetings.
And you know what, Big Dan, I know you're listening to this. I only have the one logo, so if you want to send more shit over to me, I can put in the YouTube. Please send it. Now, too, since, last week we had a big announcement of Derek, finally becoming an official toonie after all this time being...
Well deserved.
I figured, we have all these toonies. I wanted to do something with it, so I made the Hall of Toonies. Now I'm going to switch over, and hopefully the figured, why not? It's like, might as well give everyone show off our people who have helped out and been with us for this whole time. So shout out to the Toonies. You guys are great. Keep it going.
So cute. Sorry,
the
more I look at it, the funnier it gets because it's so cute.
It's very adorable.
Thank you.
Very So where can people find that on the YouTube there?
Find the Toonies?
What like the Hall of Toonies. Where can they find it on our YouTube channel?
Toys R Us.
Yeah, I mean, you can find it here. It doesn't exist, but you can see it on our stream.
Ah, got it. I didn't know if it was a thing they could find on the channel. Like, I didn't know.
If you email us at toonular@gmail.com.
Yeah, maybe if we get enough funding, we could create like toys.
I would love a bunch of Toonie toys. Oh,
collect them all. Sick. Collect the Hall of Toonies, everyone.
Your Pokemon.
If only they were Pokemon. I have caught many shinies this week. I've been very depressed, so I've caught a lot of shinies this week, and each one I get makes me just happier and happier and happier. It's wonderful.
As we get into this week, so I've had a pretty busy week. I've just been working on this movie all week. It's been like a 65-page script that we've shot over 6 days.
Wow. That's a lot of pages a day, bro. That's like 11 pages a day, right?
Hope it's just dialogue.
Yeah, it is a lot of dialogue, which, as a sound guy, that just means I'm there the whole time.
Oh, wow.
But,
that makes sense.
And it was the first time I ever run, I ran 6 mics all at once by myself. So it was a lot. But my favorite story, though, of the week is that we were working with an 80-year-old man. He's a legendary actor, and he wanted, seltzers. He wanted some LaCroix, right? And the first day they didn't have them. So you asked production, like you would do, hey, can we get some LaCroix the next day? Now the next day rolls around. Production does get them, right? But I guess in this 80-year-old man's mind, who's been acting in a billion movies, it's like, yeah, these fucking indie guys, they're totally gonna forget. So I'm gonna go buy myself a case of seltzers. Now he doesn't realize exactly what he's buying. Goes to the deli across the street, picks up a full case of White Claw Surges.
What?
Oh no.
Brings him to set and was like, "Hey, don't worry about it. I got my own seltzers." And then the producer had to be like, "Well, they're not
hard.
Yeah, they're not real. Not like normal seltzers." He was like, "Oh, whatever," and then just gave. And then the whole crew had White Claws for the end of the day.
Maybe that's how he acts. He need to be a little hard on the seltzer.
Those things, those White Claw Surges pack a punch too in a small can.
Yeah, so I had one when we wrapped. Like I drank one because it was also amazing. The gig was down the street from me, so it's like I wish I can work fucking down the street for the rest of my life. It was amazing. Walking home every day, like 10-minute walk. But I had a nice White Claw on my walk home, and goddamn, dude, like. That surge, like I literally I was drunk when I came home. I was like, dude, I had one fucking White Claw, and I'm like rambling like a motherfucker. Like I can't like function and one.
You can say it was
those
Lloyd.
cans are 8.
You know that.
Right? It wasn't Lloyd. This guy's older than Lloyd.
I was like, is it Lloyd or Harrison Ford? It got to be one of those two.
Yeah, that's just how it is. Yeah, exactly.
A lot of actors out there, No, but yeah, dude, the White Claw Surges, they're great, but also dangerous. It's 8% in a normal White Claw can, 8% alcohol. That's as much of a Four Loko would be whenever I drink it in high school.
Dude, malt liquor hits hard. You know what I mean? Like, and all of those like designer beers, like the those Voodoo Rangers and all that shit. That's like between 7.5% and like 10%.
Yeah,
and they sell them as a beer. That shit will put you on your ass and fast. And fast.
But yeah, but that's been the highlight of my weeks. And then, watching this show. But so Ben, you've been saying you got some stuff going on. You've been catching Pokemon. How's it
No, I've been working a lot. I've been working on the Scream Dream script. Yeah.
Scream Dream. Yeah.
Dude, September's gonna come up hot. I've had a few conversations with Nicole. I don't know how much we can really get into sort of here or how comfortable you are with it. So tell me if I'm telling off too much. But Nicole's going to be shooting a short in July. And we've been talking a little bit about his storyboarding and what goes into producing. That was earlier today.
You knew, Ben, you knew that if you didn't say it, I would never say it. So because I do the same thing with you guys all the time. Yes, that is, yes, thank you, Ben. Ben is like, I don't know. Anytime I have an anxiety-ridden question about filmmaking, I'm like, Ben! And, he uses my anxiety. So yeah, that's true. Yeah. But enough about my thing for now. Let's talk about Scream Dream more.
Well, no, so there's that. The script's coming along. And then we, what is it? I'm working on converting some files over for Curse of the Weredeer. Had a check-in with the boss today. Had a check-in with Lloyd.
Hey.
He gave me
boss man. How's he doing?
He's doing well. He's doing very well, and he's excited to see it. He's excited for us to hit that finish line, and he offered up something today. And I don't think I'm telling off too many secrets, but. One of the through lines to the movie is a hunting song by a gentleman named Tom Lair, right? So we've got one version of it now by Jack Fiddler, who is best known for Pinup Girl Dancer.
They can watch YouTube now, right?
Yeah. You can see it on my YouTube. I think you can see it on his YouTube. It's a wonderful. I had to edit the video. I didn't shoot it, but I pieced it together for him. It's a hell of a song. It's a hell of a song. And then anyway, long story short, we have a couple of versions of that song coming. Another person who worked on hashtag Shakespeare Shitstorm, Samantha Daniels. She and her music partner are making us like a little spooky ooky kind of version of it. Yeah. And then Lloyd today was like, well, you have to get the pianist. You find somebody to play it on the piano, and then I'll sing it. I'll get.
Like what? You didn't see the movie? We have enough pianists.
I see. That's what I should have done. Well, we ripped off 6 pianists in the fucking right there at the start of it. So, but yeah, he wants to sing the song. So we're locating a concert style pianist. So Lloyd can sing over it for our either our final credit.
Lloyd's
yeah. He wants to sing it.
Wow.
He wants to sing it. So there's a whole thing with this guy, and by this guy I don't mean Lloyd Kaufman. I mean Tom Lehrer. So basically he's like a 90-something-year-old man, lives up there in the city, right? He made all of his money in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and on up through like the 80s. He's a musical satirist, right? Once he hit 90, he put all of his publishing into the public domain. So what you can do with his music is you can either use it directly and play it just as it's written, hire musicians to perform it, or you can cover it and you don't have to pay any rights. You don't have to pay any musical rights for it. What you cannot do are use recordings with his voice, because most of those are like masters that are owned by like records companies or whatever.
Yeah.
But
interesting.
Yeah, but he's put everything out into the public domain. So Lloyd was like, "Yeah, find somebody to play it. I'll sing it. That's great. I'll sing it."
So he offers
yes,
to sing it.
Unprompted. I think he just wants to sing it.
Awesome! Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
that's the whole reason why he's even like making this movie, is because he wants to sing this song.
That's the only reason why. Yeah, why he's producing the film is is so that he can sing Tom Lehrer's "The Hunting Song"
Nice.
to a new generation.
Smart.
I'll leave you guys with this. This was the greatest thing that he said to me today, though. He goes, "No, it'll it'll put some butts in seats. It might give you some clout. Get some old people to the theater."
That's a good point. Why the heck not, right?
Look, if boss wants what boss wants, and boss gonna get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, if you're trying to get the clout, I mean, Lloyd's also already in the movie, so it's already
he's
there.
But that gets the young kids in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That gets all those like trauma kids in there.
Oh, okay. And this
older folks just want to hear Lloyd sing.
I'm excited for it though. I really am, and I do.
See some like 60-year-old, like 70-year-old, like old couple. They're like, "Wait, Lloyd's singing in this movie? We got
Geraldine, we must stop and go to this movie screening tonight. Lloyd is singing this song that just became public domain.
I'm ecstatic though, and I do. I think it'll add. I think it'll. How do I put it? I think it'll give us something special. You know what I mean? It'll be like
yes.
To be honest, a lot of people that watch Shitstorm, they say like the only reason why I watch is because Lloyd had a musical number there.
Truly, that's what I hear. And
really,
I was gonna say,
that's
okay.
Sorry, the people listening on on Spotify, this is sarcasm mode. Sorry.
That's terrible.
I totally believed you.
I will say though, those musical bits inside a Shitstorm are literally some of the best bits though. When he's singing the song about the hey, yo, boy, a shitstorms are coming.
Yeah, his like Irish jig kind of song,
Love it.
whatever, or the pirate song. Yeah,
One
it's
of
great.
the funniest bits in there, and he's got a good voice. So fuck, I mean, why not use it, right?
Yes, yeah, get him to do it. That's, I mean, I think it's amazing. I'm excited.
How
I
many-
think you
Yeah,
guys need
really.
more clarinet solos. Just my opinion.
Oh yes, yes,
I just
yes.
few
Look,
of those.
The only thing I could wish for on top of anything else is if he brings the clarinet and decides to solo over the top of what's going on. That would
We
be a thing
Need
that,
more cowbell.
in all honesty though, like that is a thing that if he did that, I would literally shit my pants and would never change them after that. Yeah.
These are the
On
pants.
that note, how is it hanging out in Cali, Nicole? I mean, right here it says Dwayne Steelers in the next few weeks is drawing a photo of you as a
I
werewolf
know this is
turning
so.
into.
I just heard of this today. This is great. Dwayne just gave me a heads up that he's going to be drawing me turning into a werewolf. Yeah, in the next few weeks. So this is really cool. I'm excited for that. Something else I'm excited about, as Ben mentioned, is that yes, I am directing a short this summer. Ben is going to be our DP. So thank you very much, Ben.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, double DPing this.
Don't even. I can't. No, director of photography.
No,
Oh
no,
my
no.
God.
Yeah.
Why say
I'm also doing that on Scream Dream though, Nicole. Too.
Right, but the way he said it
Yeah.
sounded weird.
double DP?
You need to be careful with things to say here.
Double DP is 4 dicks.
Double cinematography. How about that? Let's make it double cinematography. I am so.
Wait,
bored.
how is it double cinema? It's like 2 cameras. That was I
No,
don't
like
know if it.
cinematography. We're just not saying double DP. We're just
I'm doing
editing.
what the room is doing. That's what the room did, right? We're gonna put 2 cameras side by side, tape them together, and
Well, if
then
we're smart, we'll do
One
that.
that's film, one that's digital.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. That's my director's secret for you all. That I'm gonna put 2 cameras right smack next to each other. I'm very fortunate to have Ben on board. I don't know how any person on planet Earth directs a feature. I am ready to like rip my hair out about a 5-minute short. That is no easy feat. Everyone leave directors alone. That's all. That's what I'm just leave directors alone. Let them do their thing.
Unless it's Hollywood, because then the only person actually working is the assistant director. The director is just that to hold the statue.
I mean, anytime I'm talking about anything cool, I'm not talking about Hollywood.
I'm saying like for low budget, like yeah, everybody does everything, but
our independent film, network and friends are the only.
How long is this shoot? If you planned out the shoot, how long is it going to be?
I mean, I think it's that's probably to be seen. Let me get back to you on that. I don't want to talk about it right now. But thank you guys, everyone, for being interested in it. I don't know. It'll be cool. I don't know. It'll be cool. It'll be a thing I do.
Well, excited to hear more about it when you get there. Anything else you want to talk about in Cali?
There is something else I want to talk about. So for you listeners, I'll have to explain what this is. This is what Lindsay made of Mo. Do you see this?
I do see this. What is it, clay?
Lindsay made me the weirdest clay figure of my dog, my best friend Lindsay. Making this really weird looking clay figure.
You can also find this at Toys R Us if you guys are.
Yeah, this is going to be sold along with our Hall of Toonies. It looks very weird, and I'm very into it. So thank you, Lindsay, for that. That's.
I said the mustache sells it for me.
Yeah. Mo does have a good mustache, and she really captured that well. And the eyes
And like
look
eyes.
next level. So that's.
Shout out to Lindsay, the one of them who's in the Hall of Toonies.
That's true. Yes. Lindsay is she's a real one. That Lindsay Pesner. This cool stuff. She's the reason why I'm cool, and she's incredibly humble about it. So shout out to her.
Yes, shout out to Lindsay Pesner.
She's a cool person. I don't know. I don't have anything else to say really. That's my life. It's my directing and my weird dog art. You know what I mean? That's That's all I need.
Well, so we're excited to hear more about it whenever you got more
thanks.
stuff to talk about.
Thank you.
Leo, how's it hanging with you? Did you have you seen the new Power Ranger trailer? I think it came out
No,
today.
I haven't seen this. I still haven't even seen Shazam. I wasn't excited for this, but then I heard a lot of people like, it's actually pretty good. So I'm like, gosh.
Yeah, I heard the same things, and then it came out, and then people started shitting
Oh,
on
really?
it. Like the early
So I
reviews,
don't know if I
like
want to
this is
watch it.
great, and then now it's like the reviews come out, it's like no, it's not so great. But I mean, I'm gonna see it. Anyway.
Usually I just watch everything anyway, but I follow a lot of like people reacting to shit on YouTube, and two of the channels that usually I trust because when we watch the same stuff, I feel like we have the same opinion. They both said that was good, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I keep hearing mixed things about it. I mean, I like the first one, so I'm gonna see
I think it's big with the audience, but it's bad with critics. But at the same time, like the critics watch for free. Like, are they even the point of the movie anyway? I was like, I prefer go with the audience.
No, but at the same time, I fucking hate the audience score on RT. I think it's actually worse than the critic score. Like, if your movie has a 90% audience score, it's not a good movie. Fuck you.
No.
Wait,
I guess it makes sense.
It's not real. Like because like with the audience score, one person can make like 100 accounts.
Yeah.
And just drive that or
Also,
drive it down. With critic score, it's 1 for 1.
My son in the chat here said it's not good, so I trust him.
Yeah, but no, I know Joey didn't see it though.
So wait a minute though. Like, okay, I get it. You can make 100 accounts, but literally, who has the time to go into like Rotten Tomatoes and make?
You say, but
can make bots.
Have you not seen these nerds on the internet? Like,
oh, yeah. Go to Reddit.
These people literally destroyed for no reason.
It's so sad how that is
make better.
True.
Yeah, they destroyed. What was it? Lord of the Rings? They got destroyed by the Game of Thrones people, because the Game of Thrones people can handle that. It's like at the same time too, like role playing game kind of like shows like vibe thing, like medieval with dragons, and I don't know. It's just people online.
Or even like most recently, it's like too like with like Black Adam. You know, they were like, look at this incredibly high audience score, and it's like literally nobody likes it. It's like just these 5 nerds that just want to just
well, Black Adam was not a good movie. Like
that's what I'm saying. But look at the audience score, and it's just because
they changed the balance of power though.
So there was a thing I did hear about that though. Like I'll just real quick about Black Adam. Like The Rock apparently like, and I might be getting this wrong, but apparently like he tried to flex his like rockness like throughout
all the time for years.
About him. There's a lot of shit about the Black Adam movie because for one, he bullied the studios to bring in Superman. Right. That was one thing. And like, so everyone was like, Henry Cavill's back. But then James Gunn was like, well, he was never actually back. They just, Dwayne actually went over the DC studio heads and went right to like the Warner Brothers CEO and like flexed that to bring those people over. Like, and then they were trying to get Shazam in that movie because if anybody knows,
they're Black each Adam, other's Shazam counterparts.
So Zachary Levi apparently, because this I was reading today actually, that there was going to be a cameo in Black Adam in the post-credit scene, and that's when The Rock stepped in and was like, nah, fuck you, sorry. And then they were going to tie in some stuff with Black Adam too into the into the Shazam movie, the new one, and then The Rock, you know, because of all The Rock, everything changed.
I heard that The Rock never liked
because apparently
what the heck is going on? I thought The Rock wanted to be a lovable person, but he's
he got like his beefs too. It wasn't like him and Vin Diesel's like another beef that they never, even the last Fast and Furious, they were together. Yeah. They're filmed separately.
Yes,
it's just power. You know what I mean? It's just people who like. You got the Rock stature of mega superstar. Yeah. You know, you're gonna yourself to be the face of whatever this is.
This. The Rock, James is challenging you for a fight because you're an asshole.
You know what? I got James's back on this.
WrestleMania 39. Let's do it.
If James, gets into a rough and tumble with The Rock, I got his back. Let's just say that. I got you, James.
WrestleMania Speaks Rock. Let's do this live in LA.
Now that-
Let's
Oh
go.
my god.
Now that's an idea. That is a good idea.
Yeah, The Rock is the guy that his remote wasn't working. He just took down his whole gate.
Can I tell you though, real quick? You mentioned WrestleMania. How ready are you for Asuka to kick everybody's ass? Like I'm so ready for.
I don't think she's actually going to win this year. That's actually my bet.
What?
But yeah, I mean, she didn't win 2 years ago. I don't know. They're really building up Bianca Belair, so I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'm a big Asuka mark, so
Me too. Like that's going to be a problem with me. Like that's going to be a problem with me.
And Ben, I don't know if this like gives you any solace in like, you know, my work ethic, you know. So I'm also working again during WrestleMania, you know. And I thought maybe for a second you might have thought, man, like James is watching WrestleMania on my set, like just because we're friends, you're doing this. I want you to know, I will also be watching WrestleMania on another set. That's I don't know anybody on. Because I'm not missing WrestleMania live.
I absolutely fucking love it. That's still one of my favorite pictures that I took that entire time. It's just I look over, there are people moving around, everybody's milling about. We're out in the woods. And then there's James just like holding his boom, looking down at his phone, watching
Yeah.
WrestleMania
I've
the
seen
whole
that photo.
fucking time.
See the match. Like if you zoom into
Yeah.
it, you can see that it's WrestleMania.
Speaking of,
And it's the most beautiful photo
Yeah.
too, you know? Like it's such like perfectly timed.
yeah, it is. I know
wrote-
Jen posted it. I think like right after set or something like that. Like right after we all
Yep.
filmed. Yeah, it was a.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But so Leo, anything else coming on?
Monday, I had like this event that I haven't had in person since pre-COVID. It's like from this group called Post New York Alliance. So they gather like 4 times a year to talk about the industry. They help
Nice.
keep the tax break in New York to bring more movies here and stuff. And I haven't
Cool.
seen like a bunch of people since pre-COVID, so it was like fun. We decided to go to the bar after, so it's not the best idea when it's like Monday. And we went to the bar, and I was like, "Do you guys have a minimum here?" The guy's like, "The minimum is 2 drinks." I was like, "Fuck!" And then I was trying to be like, "Okay, can I pay those 2 drinks right now?" But then you only give me 1, and later I come back for the second one. The guy like, "Sure." And then he brought me 2 drinks. I was like, "Fuck!" And then I was like walking around with one in each hand. And people was like, "Are you double fisting?" I was like, "I don't know what I'm doing." And then,
Yeah, like, I don't have an answer for you right now. I didn't even know this was gonna happen.
but it was fun. Like I met like
You're like,
a lot of. Sorry?
Often. I said they're like, we gotta invite Leo
Oh
more
yeah,
often.
look at this party guy here. It was cool. It was like live music there, even though nobody wanted because we wanted to talk. But then we started like singing Irish songs. Apparently, I have no idea. I was just clapping because I don't know anything. And then like this 3 people show up. It was like a girl and 2 guys with like Knicks stuff. So I'm guessing Knicks were playing. We're not too far from the stadium. And they took the jackets off and they had like this soccer jersey from the south of Brazil. And it's like, oh, look, 3 Brazilians there. And I had like my 2 drinks. And when we were about to leave, I was like, maybe I should go there and say something. And then I got to their table that was kind of close to the door. And like I said bye to everybody. And then, I don't know, it just felt like a funny scene that I went to their table. I hit like a crazy monkey. And I started chanting the like go fuck the other team from the city, because in Brazil you don't need to know anything about the team, you just need to know who they hate. And then they look at me like weird, and then they start like chanting with me, like playing drums on the table and went like crazy. So it looked like I knew them my whole life, and then I just walk away. And this guy that was with me is like, "What do you tell them?" I was like, "I just cursed the team they hate, and they love it." So yeah.
So that's the key to becoming friends with any Brazilian.
Yeah,
You just figure out what
Just
team
see
they hate.
what team they cheer for, and you see what's their main rival, and
Yeah.
you just say like, "Hey, the other team, go fuck yourself," and then they love it. Best friends forever.
BFFs all day.
Well, I'm the same way too. You know, if you just come up to me and just say anything about wrestling, they're superheroes. I'm like, all right, we're friends.
Yeah.
I don't even I don't need to know more about you.
And just really quick, because I saw on the chat here, Joey, I call in Portuguese they call futebol, but like yeah, I call like whatever. I don't know. Like sometimes I say soccer here to make it easier, but football is usually like the most used to say. And I even got Apple TV Plus just to binge um, Ted Lasso because I was on a plane and I watched the first 2 episodes and then like fucking I need to watch the whole thing. And then I had to sign Apple TV and now it's like a thing that I watch like every Wednesday because the new season just started last week and it was
Oh,
really weird seeing Ted Lasso and watch Hit Monkey with two different Jason Sudeikis characters.
I could imagine.
Today. Yeah, that's right. Because this week, though, we're not talking Ted Lasso. We're talking Hit Monkey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You guys noticed there was
This
like
is a show
two
on-
transitions?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Thank you.
I heard hit like a crazy monkey. Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
I heard it.
I
Yeah,
did.
I wanted to get into it. And you kept
That
going.
was really
Yeah, no, I
awesome.
know,
Yeah,
but
no,
like that was like a real story, so I needed to finish that.
well done. That was really great.
Thank you.
Yeah, Hit Monkey. Man, this is a show I said I wanted to talk about for a while because I remember I watched it when it came out because it was just like as me as a superhero nerd fan, I can honestly say I've never heard of Hit Monkey ever
Never heard either.
as the comic ever. So I saw this trailer. I'm gonna say it was during COVID. I think the season came out in 21. So the trailer must have came out like late 2020. And I just remember watching it for the first time and being like, this is a real show. Like this is amazing. This is literally just a monkey assassin taking out the Yakuza. Like I'm like I was a little bit jealous.
Mhm.
I was like I want to make this show. It's so like a perfect concept. But yeah, I don't know. What are you guys' first thoughts? I mean, I'm
Yeah.
gonna start with you, Nicole, as our resident not fan of superhero-ness ever. I picked this show too because for one, it is a Marvel comic, and a Marvel show technically, but it doesn't like it has nods to little things about, but doesn't connect.
Is
to
this a
anything.
Marvel
It's
show
really-
as much as Tox Avenger is a Marvel superhero? Because it is technically,
No,
but
it's Marvel. In the comics, from what I remember research, he has crossed
Okay.
over to other shit. But Nicole, what's your first opinion on
Yeah.
the show?
I have a lot of varying opinions on the show. I'll comment on my whatchamacallit, my positive ones first. Amazing pilot episode. Like, I think that was one of the best pilots of a show I've watched in a while. Holy crap.
Oh, sick. Yeah, because the pilot, that's when that's when we first meet Jason Sudeikis, that he dies, right? That all
Yeah.
happens in the
Yeah.
And
pilot.
it's like so great because Jason Sudeikis' character, who is his name Bryce, is so
Yep.
cocky, right? And like it's almost like you intuitively just know, like, oh my gosh, this guy's like so cocky. Like he's like at a bar literally taking shots like, I kill people for a living. I'm like, oh, there's no way this dude's gonna like but I'm like, where's this going? Like we're obviously following him. And like the monkey tub thing.
Like when it's starting off, right? I mean, this character Bryce feels like, it could be Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, or I don't know, like Born Identity or whatever. Like it could be it's that leading man,
Yeah.
sarcastic asshole guy.
Or like
who gets away.
a Get Smart, like a Maxwell Smart type.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah, who gets away, wins at the end of the day, always gets
Yeah.
the girl, whatever. And then I like that way this thing goes. It's like that he actually does like get some repercussions and dies, even though he's also being played by the government too.
it's like Gross Point Blank though too. You know what I mean? John Cusack, the assassin for hire, right? Like there's a weird thing about assassins that is oddly charming, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I think that they like
says,
I'll be honest, they like drew this guy hot. You know what I mean? Like he reminded me
Yeah.
kind of like of Archer,
I mean,
where
he
it's
looks
like, all right, like this is a hot animated dude. Like like they know what they're doing. I think they do.
well, I mean, that's like they definitely. I mean, he looks like Jason Sudeikis.
Really?
So I mean,
I think Jason
so-
Sudeikis.
I don't know.
is
I've been watching a lot of Ted Lasso. I don't think
You do not think he's
I mean,
hot? I think he.
No, I don't think he looked like Jason Sudeikis.
I don't think so either. I don't think they look. I mean, I think they're both hot, but I don't think they look alike. But like,
Leo,
whatever.
how sexy is the cartoon? Just tell us, how sexy is the cartoon?
No, he looked good as a
Okay.
cartoon. I'm just
Like,
saying, like
like, they drew, like-
they can look different and they both look good at the same time. They just don't.
Yeah,
Those
exactly,
abs
yeah.
are ripped.
Exactly. There's
He's
a lot
got
of beautiful
the-
people in the world.
He's got cum gutters. You know, he's got all of that stuff. Like he's ready to go.
I mean,
yeah.
who would I rather, Bryce or Jason Sudeikis? I'm not sure, but like, pretty equal, I'd say.
Probably
Well, I guess-
Bryce. Yeah.
I mean, I
Well,
wouldn't have like to worry about Olivia Wilde. You know what I mean? Coming up and getting in my
Like
way.
you don't want to get served in the
Actually, you
middle
did a
of
good one, though.
your thing.
Yeah, if it's actually Jason Sudeikis, he might serve you papers in the middle of something.
Yeah,
middle of your speech.
yeah, yeah. I'm just like giving a speech, and he serves me papers for whatever the heck reason.
Like
That's
he
just-
said that he
feels
did
nice.
it. He never thought this would happen at that time. So I think it was like the person that served that wanted. I don't know. Like it could be just him trying to do a PR on it. I don't know.
True. It was. I mean, I don't trust any of that shit. But anyway,
Yeah.
I thought this was and then Bryce dying, and then like that whole setup was really, really bizarre, but really interesting.
So fucking bizarre. That's why I loved
Yeah.
it. Ben, how about you? Like, what's your opinion on the pilot?
Well, first off, those monkey baths are like a very real thing. Like that's based like sort of in reality, and they're on what Mount Fiji. That's
I guess I'm assuming that's the only mountain I know.
or
in
or
Japan.
Fuji,
like,
Mount Fuji,
like,
right? Fuck, not Fiji.
Come on,
Fiji.
Fujifilm.
Eh,
Yeah,
Let me
those
ask you a
monkeys make my
question.
camera.
Sorry.
Because do you guys remember why he went there? Like, so he was called there by why Bryce went there? Like, he was called there by the people that hired him, right?
Yeah, he was supposed
Yeah,
to
he
take
went to
out
Japan.
of this military base, I think, to get out of the country, and there was like
Cool.
a round
Okay, gotcha. I just
of the
couldn't remember.
mountain.
Okay.
And then he got shot, and then he just dragged his body before the more people show up, and he ended up on that place. Like one of the monkey leader kind of dragged him there and start like feeding him like a baby bird.
He's a
Yeah.
baby bird. Doesn't he like slap some mud or some shit on his wound too? Like they take care
Yeah,
of
I think something like.
They spin to his right. Yeah, like don't they like baby bird like just spit like shit into his mouth? Like,
Oh, it was almost like a puke more than a spit. It was like,
Yeah. Like green grass. I was like, oh, that is just grass in there.
also, I had to Google here because I was like, is this cartoon has anything to do with Gandhi? Because like it really feel like his hand was on this thing. I don't know, like the killing, I guess, and
Like
the
the-
non-speaking.
the Primal guy you talking
Huh?
about? Some of the guy who made Primal.
Yeah, like I don't know, this cartoon kind of feel like a little his vibe, like especially
see
when it's just like a lot of the monkey and it's like just non-talking
Noise,
and
yeah.
the killing and I don't know.
I
So,
can see that.
Yeah, I don't think. he
No,
did
no,
anything on it.
I
was
didn't
far-
see anything related to him. It just feel like it's inspired.
oh,
and
it's
stuff.
it's in his wheelhouse. It absolutely from everything from like story to animation wise. Like it does feel like a thing that Jendi would be like a part of.
I can see that. Yeah.
But like honestly, I think my favorite part throughout the pilot is when basically Bryce is getting a little bit better, right? And he's like up on his feet and he's teaching the monkey how to be an assassin. You know what I mean? And he makes the snowman and they're like throwing shit at it. And
Oh, this scene is awesome. Yeah,
there's so much and
and he says a line that sticks through like the entire series, where he says that if you
Anger.
take up a gun in anger, like you're never gonna put it down, and that's like a
Wow,
through line,
yeah.
literally. for the
and
whole-
we'll get to it later, but it's in that flashback when he's talking to the one like quote unquote stepfather type that he had, Eli, before before all that stuff happens. Eli says it to him.
Still, like
Yeah.
what I like about the snowman thing too a lot is because the monkey's warning his other monkey tribe, like, hey, like this guy's kind of angry. There's gonna be more, humans coming after him. And then when you see the people, like the other, I don't even know what they were. I'm gonna say they're assassins, but they're definitely
Yeah.
government people, armed, whatever, whoever the fuck they were. But they were dressed in all white, like, you know what I mean? Like they looked like the snowmen that the monkey and the assassin were just fucking around with.
It's
and
like
blowing
Bryce
up.
was prepping them for exactly who the enemy is. who's coming
Yeah,
up.
exactly.
You know what I mean? It's not like and he had sticks for guns. like I thought all of that shit was really, really cool.
Or like when they finally did come through and they shot Bryce, and the monkeys are like, "We have to stand our ground," and they just start throwing snowballs at him.
Like find a rock. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
right.
but the thing like with this whole snowman thing too, like the monkey on like forward on the story when he tried to be a monkey again, and they attacked the other group of monkey, he also built like fake snow monkey to use as a tactic. That's like something he learned in this first episode.
See,
Yeah, I mean, basically mimicking Bryce.
so
the whole
what
thing.
does that tell you about apes, right? Like, what does that tell you about
Monkey see,
people?
monkey do.
Yes, thank you.
Oh.
And like, you know what I really appreciate the most about this show, right? Is that I feel like in any other weird superhero kind of capacity, something would have happened to this monkey. Maybe you drank something, maybe you got some magical thing, whatever, and then he becomes the smart super monkey, whatever. This monkey is a
Yeah.
monkey. Nothing like doesn't ever get
But-
anything.
It's funny because Andy said a similar, well, like in a similar vein to you, because he was like, did anything like happen? Like, yeah, like what you said, James. Like, was there a potion? Was there a spell? I was like,
The trauma.
I was like, just suspend
Trauma.
disbelief. He's just a monkey. That's it.
He's just a
and
monkey.
so the great thing there is too is Leo like thank you Leo, monkey see monkey do. His capacity to learn is there. The only thing remotely fascinating, I guess, about the monkey is that he can see Bryce. That's it. He has a connection to the
Good
spirit
point.
world.
But he
They
could actually
understand
see the
each other.
ghost.
Yeah.
And Bryce kept telling like something's coming behind you, or like this is happening. Like he's almost like his extra set of eyes.
It's like his it's
Like
like
Sixth Sense.
he's like Jiminy Cricket. You know what I mean? like
Literally like a fucked up Jiminy Cricket.
but like and the whole show's predicated on the fact that the monkey can understand a spirit, which makes you wonder, like, or at least me. So at least me, because this is a thing that I think we could get into. Do you guys know like stoned ape theory? Are you familiar with stoned ape theory at all?
Oh yeah, we talked about this here before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember it. I'm sorry. Could you
evolve-
explain again?
It's like oh go ahead, Ben. You
No,
probably know
please.
better.
So, no,
Leo,
sorry.
Miles.
I just forgot about it. Leo,
Oh
you
no,
can
it's just like
remember.
what I remember Ben explained is just like before we became like humans, the first that got out of the ape group to evolve is like when they got high and they're like, oh shit, those my hands. I don't know, just start being aware of themselves.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's-
like awareness. Okay.
The whole thing is built on the notion that apes found like psychedelics, like mushrooms or naturally occurring sort of psychedelics, and it expanded their mind to a point to where so this is what a tool is. Oh, these are what my grunts mean. Oh, this is spirituality.
Wow. That's really interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
to be like,
that's
oh, I'm
like-
doing these things. Wow, damn. I'm doing these things that us humans do now, and I'm becoming aware of them. Whoa.
Right. Well, that that some monkeys already did, but then it's like it's like bringing in that level of awareness and then evolving from that. So I don't know if maybe he's a stoned ape who like because he's unlocked that sort of like what is it, sort of third eye, and that's what gives him access to the spirit world.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you like Bryce is basically, I guess, is that third eye, right? I mean, he's
Wow.
like and physically like connected to this thing now that they can both understand each other. So like, if now he's gonna be more aware of whatever.
But also, I can be wrong exactly what the right ages are, but I think I saw somewhere that up to 5-year-old, we're like had the same level of like way to understand stuff as a monkey, and then that's when we go beyond. But like up to that age, like anything you can teach one, you can teach the other, kind of thing. I guess not speaking, but like
That's amazing.
Has anyone? I would have to think someone's experimented with that, right?
could be wrong.
Like it's like let's raise a monkey and a baby side by side. Do the same thing.
Oh my
That's
god.
got to have happened somewhere in the world.
I would love the opposite to happen, where the baby starts thinking they're the
It's called
monkey.
Tarzan.
Doesn't every baby think they're a monkey? I feel like when I was a baby, I just was like, son of a man, I was like all over the fucking place. I don't know.
I can absolutely see a baby thinking like, oh, a monkey life for me. I used to.
Yeah.
We know we definitely need now to do next week being Tarzan, right? Just to
I was
close
listening to
the whole
soundtrack.
circle.
I was listening to that soundtrack's like too good that we haven't done the movie yet.
It's my top 5.
Okay.
I
Disney
used to
movie.
I used to eat dog food because I had dogs and I was a kid, and I was like,
And you bark.
if it's
Oh my god, that's so
If
funny. Well,
it's-
what were we talking about with this show? Yeah, monkey see, monkey do. Like, I don't know.
well, yeah, but that's the biggest part of it. Again, like that's how primates act, and if people are nothing but primates, it sort of makes sense. And the fact that there's nothing really special that happens to the monkey except for trauma and connection to, because that's the other thing, he does become connected to Bryce, right? So
Right.
there's a whole notion, what is it like if you look into sort of like afterlifey type stuff, people hang around until they have to finish a thing. We find out that's sort of what's going on with Bryce. I don't know anything about Eastern religions, so the notion of ascension, okay, cool, very cool. I get it. And so he's either got to right or wrong, or what actually happens, he has to make a good decision.
And with like Monkey and Bryce too, they're very similar in like the way they are with their families, right? I mean, they're both the kind of the outcast. They both were the ones to kind of like say something else that like nobody else wanted to deal with, and they were always the one that people were like, yeah, fucking just go away.
What is that like? Oh god, it's either episode
Okay.
6 or episode 7. I forget. It's so there's too much to get into, right? So here's a question. Do you guys think he is a demon, or do you think he's just an American? Bryce.
Like, he definitely went to hell and sold his soul at the end, according to him.
Yep.
I don't think he's a demon, because I don't know. He's just like even on this show, have way worse people than him.
Right.
He's
And
just someone that grew up in a bad situation, because like up to the whole thing on his flashback that he killed his mom's boyfriend or whatever, he looked like he's like a nice dude that just grew up in a really bad environment.
so it might be safe to say he has demons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also an alcoholic, so definitely got some demons he's repressing.
So I guess to get into that is we find out in like maybe it's episode 5 that Salt, it's like an episode or 2 before he gets sort of monkey traps him in that circle and goes off.
The
Isn't
monk
that like every
earlier.
ghost?
No, it's specifically
Because like I watch
said
Supernatural a lot. And
Yeah, I
it
always
was
thought that
every
was-
ghost.
Yeah, like, I always thought that was like a thing. You put the salt down to keep the ghost away.
Tell us in the chat, is it demons, only demons, or is it all ghosts that Salt fucks with?
I think it's both. I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe
But-
that's why they got confused there, because it's actually both, and the guy was like, "But I only study demons," and he wouldn't know.
Honestly,
Well,
I've
but-
only known it to be demons, because of like, what is it like satanic ritual and practice. That's what I've known. So
Well, about ghosts and demons. Do you guys remember the superhero demon ghost name that's in the show? The lady.
Shit, I forgot
No,
her name.
I do
Like,
remember- No,
Uh,
I don't remember her
You
name.
know her name?
Yuki.
It's Yuki.
yes.
I was
But
like, how do you
Yuki's
not
like a
remember
pretty
Yuki, Leo? Come
Common
on.
like Japanese name. I don't know. I feel like the most like I don't know enough Japanese people to judge this, but most of the Japanese people I met is named Yuki.
You've only met Yukis.
I met at least 3 different Yukis. So
He knows a lot of Yukis.
Well, still, Yuki's
True.
awesome in this show. I like when like Bryce tries to hit on her because now it's like the only female that he can talk to. That can even see him or acknowledge him. So he starts getting in. Like she starts beating him up, but he gets kind of into it.
So, like again, that's the only thing that I wish was a little clearer is like who can and can't see him and why they can or can't see him. Like, what is that?
I thought they
connection?
were clear on that
Right?
because she's a ghost, so she can see him, but she's a ghost for so long she know how to control it. Like how we saw at the end of the show, he is trying to know how to control his
Yeah, because
power.
nobody else sees him.
So
Alright.
I don't know. I think that's why she can. But like otherwise, people can only see him if he apparently throws salt on himself.
Right. So, real quick, speaking of salt again, Reeves from the chat says salt
From
works.
the
Yeah, salt works for ghosts, demons, and just about every supernatural being you can encounter. Doing
Popcorn,
popcorn.
pre-fridge. That's how you used to save your food. You have to put on salt.
Yep.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. He just a ghost or a demon.
You get no ghost inside of your fucking beef. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's no ghost on your ham. That's great.
But,
Okay.
oh, sorry. You go ahead.
No, that's it. That's literally it. I'm just shocked. I always thought it was just. But Reeve says it's everybody. It's everything, and he's doing a deep dive. Apparently, no sleep Reddit rituals. So that's where
and snails. Too.
snails. Oh, snails are demons. Snails
Yeah,
are
they
ghosts.
die.
Oh, poor
Wow.
snails.
Poor snails.
Wow.
Feel
Wait,
bad.
Leo, but you were gonna say something before?
Oh no, yeah, it's like kind of going a little forward, I guess, but I guess we were like all over the show anyway. The what's her name, Lady Bullseye,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is supposed to is that a real character or they literally got the Daredevil characters like now it's a female character?
No, I looked it up. It's a real character.
Okay, but do you
connected
think
people-
that scene she's fighting the monk, it's kind of like they trying to make it better the Ben Affleck movie when he's fighting on a church with the Bullseye? Because it's like the
It's like
blind
kill-
guy and Bullseye
Doesn't
villain.
he just like murder the priest in that movie? Bullseye. I don't remember there being like a fight. I remember him just murdering him. In the
Oh no,
church.
that's why they call him. I think Bullseye realized that the audio affects Daredevil, but then someone was gonna shoot Daredevil, and Daredevil heard the sniper, and then he moved Bullseye's hand, and then it went across his hand like kind of like a Jesus kind of thing, and then he just walked like behind and like with his hands up with the hole, and I can't remember if he died or yeah.
Oh yeah, but Lady Bullseye is supposed to be connected in some way. I mean, I assume they just did it. I don't know, probably because they didn't want to have such a known character in there. I feel like
Because even the bullseye on her forehead is the same kind of.
Yeah. I said I googled it earlier. They are connected in some way. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they just did it just because I looked up too in the comics was that Bullseye is a foe of Hitmonkey too. Like Bullseye gets sent to Japan to kill Hitmonkey in the comics. So I assume they just gender swapped it to not have such a known character in there.
They sent all the bullseyes on him. Okay.
But man, I love the action scenes in this show though. Like I'm a sucker for anything like when it's like an action scene on a train. Like when they start fighting on top of trains or like in the train or around like when I love action scenes on a train because it's a perfect setup. That train's going just like it's just going, right? There's nothing stopping it. It's going like whatever 100 miles an hour, and then you're fighting on top of it for like another level. And then you gotta dodge things around it. So I love train fights.
Yes. I feel like that's like the reason I watched the movie Snowpiercer a while back. I didn't watch the show, but anyway, yeah.
You like that?
The movie I did. I didn't watch the show.
No, I'm because I only watched the movie too.
You did not like the movie then?
I don't know. I finished watching. I felt like I waste my time. Why? I don't know.
It's directed by the guy who did Parasite, isn't it?
Oh yes. The same. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Parasite dude. Yeah. Maybe I should have watched again. Maybe it wasn't a bad day. I don't know.
I don't know. I liked it. I've seen it a couple of times and I liked it. I mean, it's been a while, but I liked it. But just like, yeah, I mean, I like train movies. Like even like I saw that Murder on the Orient Express years ago. I was like, I like train sequences. Say that again, James.
You see Bullet Train?
No. Andy watched that and I tuned in and out because there were like hot men in it, but like I didn't like sit through it. But
that's the Brad Pitt one, right?
What about Money Train?
Money Train. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, so I don't know if I'm familiar.
Money Train. Yeah, you guys don't know Money Train with Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson back in the day.
Oh, I mean, those are two people I like, so I'd probably like the movie.
Train. I don't. It's not really a train movie, but like, I watched for the first. I don't know if I mentioned last week. I finally watched. It's like subway.
Okay.
It's not a train, but there's a lot of subway ride.
Like subway and graffiti and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they changed the subway lines since then because it didn't make sense when I was trying to follow the way to Bronx to Coney Island. I was like, why are you on this train?
I was gonna say I think I heard the movie's like generally fictitious. Like New York was never that. I don't know though. I honestly have to watch it myself.
No, like I understand that it's not.
You know, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 2, that whole train sequence. I mean, that train's not real.
Yeah.
Oh, Spider-Man. You're right.
I feel like that was almost like more like a Chicago line than I don't know.
The New York line. Yeah.
Like it could be like a Queens line or maybe a Brooklyn when they go up. I don't know. I need to watch Spider-Man again. I haven't watched that one in so long.
Still, that train sequence is awesome. You know, just another amazing train sequence.
Are you talking about Into the Spider-Verse or are you talking about a different Spider-Man?
No, the Tobey Spider-Man.
Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember that scene, but I remember the Into the Spider-Verse
scene where he's like, you know, he's hanging on like the front of it. And he's like throwing out his webs, and the webs are breaking.
Yeah, you definitely saw the memes.
He's on the front.
Yeah, he finally does it, and he collapses, and all the people carry him like Jesus, like, you know, across the train car, and they're like, "Oh, he doesn't have a mask on. He's just a kid."
Okay, now I know what you're talking about. Yes, I feel.
Like at the end of the movie, the whole city saw him already without a mask, but they still pretend they don't know who he is.
Yeah.
And one of them is Joey Diaz.
What?
One of them is Joey Diaz too.
Nice.
Oh,
Coco.
He's just one of the dudes on the subway.
Oh,
nice. But yeah, I mean, that was like in the second episode, right? I thought that was a good way to like kick off the series. Just like high action.
Oh no, he go back to the train a couple of times.
Yeah, there's a lot of train stuff. Like there's a certain point where he has the bounty on him, and he goes like just full John Wick, where like he's just running from everyone trying to kill him.
Damn, Daniel. I guess that makes sense for.
Did you all finish the show?
Well, there are problems I have with it, but I don't want to be a jerk. But also, I want to say that.
What are the problems?
I do every week. You can't do it one time.
Well, okay, James. I don't want to hurt your feelings. Just know that. So here's my pretentious as fuck hot take. This is a great concept, and the first 2 episodes were absolutely like I could not take my eyes off the screen. A lot of filler in between, and I get it. Like we want to see a monkey like killing people, like people love action and gore and all that shit. Then like there's the final episode, which I think is great. So I think what I'm kind of getting at is like I think if this was made in like the 80s or 90s, this could have been like a campy ass action movie, like quick hit action movie, sit down. It does not need a series. And I get why it was a series. That's where eyes are going, you know? And I get that they really developed the story more and more, but it felt really drawn out to me.
How dare you?
So
that's my opinion. I don't know what else to tell you.
No, I'm joking.
I don't know. Like so I sort of see your point, but like it's weird because when you get into this kind of situation, you like each episode to me was like while there's an overarch, each one sort of felt like an individual sort of comic book itself, right? So like,
well,
one of my personal favorites, and I think it's either 3 or 4, but it's the monkey in the casino.
Oh, that's my
that's
favorite
3.
episode.
Actually, no, you know what? No, it might be 4. I lied. That is a great sequence. I agree.
The whole fucking thing is one of.
They're like, just do this, monkey. Just start dancing.
And he's teaching a monkey how to play poker, and then monkey gets like, he gets so cocky because monkey starts to understand the hands, and he keeps getting mad luck. Yeah, right. Drunk. It's called Drunken Monkey, right? Legend of the Drunken Monkey. I think that's the name of the episode. But it's so good. It's so good. And then he's there inside the fucking when they're getting ready to kill him with the blowfish, and the guy who just wants to kill people with like a puffer fish or whatever. Like, what a quirk. What a fun little quirk.
He's like, come on, this is way cooler. They get diarrhea, they suffocate. It's amazing.
I feel like even if you see as a video game, it's like you can go to the final boss right away. You have to go to like the middle boss, like playing Super Mario World. You have all those castles.
I like that this show is a mystery. You know, I like that like everything is constantly getting revealed. You know, like there's, you know, everything's kind of progressing forward. Like there's never like, you know, we never really know who the true bad guy is. You know what I mean? Until we get towards the finale.
Right.
Yeah.
But to your point, Nicole, like I can understand what you're saying about how some of it does get like a little sort of draggy at certain points.
Yeah.
But it to me, if you condense this into like an hour and a half, it would. I feel like it might actually do the story more of a disservice.
You know,
like we wouldn't get episodes like the two, like when the monkey was living with his family, like when the monkey went back to the monkeys, and we got the Bryce flashbacks in the same episode where it kind of cut back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, condensed. I feel like we wouldn't get episodes like that.
Yeah. I mean, I do hear you. I think I like made a note too that I think like I could understand why this works as a graphic novel because of like, I don't want to say the lack of story, but the like more action focused. Like I don't like, I think it could have been a little more one-dimensional. I don't know. I mean, I just like really felt like those middle episodes felt like I really
like I understand in a way
draw
that
me in.
like when this came out, I started watching and I watched almost like up to the half. And then maybe because like 1,000 other things I'm watching, I keep forgetting to go back to this until James announced last week, and then I finally finished this show. So it kind of like, not that lost me. It's like how I never finished House of Dragon. It wasn't bad.
Okay.
I just didn't feel like finish yet.
You know, it's hard.
It's been like months.
And it's hard because like, you know, I don't know, if anyone, like if I was talking to anyone, let's say at like a party or something, and they were like, oh, I worked on Hit Monkey episode 6, like of course I'd be like, that's the coolest thing in the world that I've ever heard. You know what I mean? Like that's so cool.
Yeah.
Like I love that. But then I guess like because we're all like creators, I also can't help but like watch this and be like, what do I love about it and what don't I love about it? And like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like the first episode, man, I was just like glued to my fucking TV, and I felt like I didn't feel that way for the rest of the show. Like,
you know what? I can agree a little bit because I watched this before, watched it throughout my work week, and then I actually was like, I want to try to binge watch the whole thing today. And maybe it's because it's my third time watching it all the way through. But yeah, but I did find myself kind of like in the middle, just kind of getting like, all right, let's get going a bit here. Yeah, it does kind of like, I feel like it hits a point where it starts slowing down a bit, like when like after the prison stuff, like it just starts like slowing down a bit. But I mean, I don't know, I still like, I think it wraps up so good that
it
maybe
does.
that's why I don't
the
care.
show,
like,
you mean? Yeah, the show.
Yeah.
Yes, that like last episode is also really strong, completely.
And I'm a sucker for like I love ridiculous shit like this where a monkey is a hitman, but I love when there's like can be some emotion behind it. And I love that there's like an emotional arc with the monkey, like like with Primal, where I don't think I think Primal is better, but it's like I think that like to look at this monkey talking to other monkeys where there's no dialogue and you're understanding it, and then you're sorry for him and you're feeling bad. It's like,
but
that to me is awesome.
Oh, my favorite character. Oh, sorry.
No, real quick. You say there's no dialogue. They give you dialogue boxes for the monkeys.
Like you're listening to just like it's kind of ridiculous.
And they give you dialogue for one of my favorite characters too, the owl.
Oh, the owl.
Oh, I took a photo of that. Oh, I wish I sent that.
Are you gonna eat this?
Yes.
Just lost a little monkey.
It's a circle of life, bro.
Yes, I thought of you guys immediately. Ah, amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But at the same time, I as a criticism in the last episode, like at one point people learn how to speak monkey, because like that cop lady at the last episode magically now she know how to understand the monkey.
They were doing the thing which I really like too, where the lady would talk to the ghost, who would talk to Bryce, who would talk to the monkey.
Do you speak monkey? It's like, no, I'm speaking to the ghost.
That's standing right beside him.
Yeah.
What? Like, I don't know, man. And I do. Yeah. Okay. It's maybe it's a little like Cuck Island, right? We've talked about that before, and the fact that it's strong it's got a very strong beginning. It's got a very strong at the end.
I hope Reeves is not here watching.
Wait a minute though. But isn't aren't the vol cells like midway through? And that's my favorite part of the movie.
I guess it depends where you define.
Wow.
Poor Reeves.
Oh, man. But I will say too about this show that I only think that this idea like works in this medium. Like if they would have like we're gonna do a live action Hitmonkey but in the MCU, I don't think it really works live action at all.
Not now, because now everything's like weird and CGI. But like, imagine this is like an '80s action movie.
But they wouldn't do like Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it would work in the '80s either, because I don't think you could even get these kind of action scenes with the monkey. And I think the practical suit would look like Howard the Duck,
Okay, well, I mean, truly, right? I love Howard the Duck. I think it's like so campy and weird. But like, I get that. Like,
it would be like a Peacemaker when they fight the gorilla kind of thing. I don't know.
I unfortunately haven't watched Peacemaker. It's on the list. I have a lot of cartoons I have to prioritize week to week, so it takes the place of a lot of shows.
We need to do more movies.
I don't know, but I guess well, Ben, as a child of the '80s, I mean, do you think this movie would have worked as a live action movie in the '80s or '90s?
No, I mean, at best, it would have been like they would have had to have. It probably would have been some sort of like robot or animatronic, and that wouldn't have looked great with the tech that they had then.
Like, not necessarily. It could be just someone in a suit.
Yeah, and I hear that too, but I mean, come on.
Kabuki Man.
But look at these action scenes though. Like, there's like I just don't like. Also, a Bryce looks as a ghost. That would have looked weird too.
It couldn't work. Well, no, now. Yeah, they had Star Wars Ghost at the time. That would have absolutely worked.
But for like 90 minutes, though, that would have been like expensive for the time.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What about like what's that movie? Joe Cool? Not Joe Cool. Meet Joe Young or whatever the heck with that giant monkey and Charlize Theron. Is that...
Mighty Joe Young.
Honestly, you can imagine this movie would basically be Howard the Duck, but with the monkey.
Like, that's like, and I don't mean that as an insult. Like, I love weird shit like that. Like, I could imagine, like.
Yeah, but Howard the Duck didn't do much. Howard
I know,
the
but
Duck,
that's my point.
Well, I think what you're saying. It would be bad. It would be bad, and then you would get him. You would get Monkey just like whoosh, across the screen,
and they're both Marvel.
Yeah, well, yeah. apparently, I did a quick wiki before this. There was supposed to be a Howard the Duck series that came out around the same time.
Oh,
This
God.
is a whole. Actually, it was going to be made by Kevin Smith. So
Whoa.
it's going to be. Actually, I have it right here. So it was going to be. They were going to do shows. There was going to be MODOK, Tiger and Dazzler, Howard the Duck, Hit Monkey, and they were going to tie together. It was all going to come together as a group called the Offenders, and they were all going to be these hard R-rated shows.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
the only ones that came out was MODOK and this show, because somewhere in between all that is when Disney was like, "Oh, we want all our properties, even our TV properties." So that's when the Netflix stuff started getting taken off Netflix, all those Netflix Marvel shows, and then that's why they got a bunch of other Marvel shows that aren't connected to the MCU. Because now all Marvel television, like live action stuff, and are all connected to the MCU, and then MODOK also didn't do that well, and they just were just like, yeah, we're canceling all of it.
Well,
the thing is, like, Disney is like a little toddler. Like, they're not playing with their toys, but they don't want to see other people playing with their toys.
Yeah, man, a Kevin Smith Howard the Duck would have been so good. R-rated.
That would have been amazing.
They should do like what James Gunn is doing now. You can have both. You just call it something else. It says a different universe.
But I mean, the only thing I will defend it at the time, it was pre-Disney Plus, and I think they were just like, we're doing these shows now, and we just want to start off and have it all just.
I think Monk is
like what they did with Star Wars, when they were like, we don't want any of that other stuff to connect. We just want what we're doing currently.
Are you sure Monk is pre-Disney Plus? It's 2021.
No,
but I meant like the show being made though, like the whole conversation. When it was like. When they were coming out with it, this is all going to Hulu and they've been Disney Plus before they were like, we're bringing in all this MCU. Like they took over television because there was a whole separate television stuff. You know what I mean? And then even like what was that show, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which was considered MCU related, still got canceled because it's not even that's not even officially canon at a lot of times. So.
There's like an article here that says from 2019 that the title is like Howard the Duck among 4 Marvel animated shows ordered at Hulu. So 2019 it's pre whatever. It is like that.
It is what it is.
It's not gonna change.
That MODOK show is no good. Like with Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, because I thought that was sick. I love Patton Oswalt. I was like him as MODOK. I mean, how could you go wrong? I mean, that's everything. And then it is.
Shit,
maybe that's how you can go wrong.
Horrible. It's horrible.
But I'm glad this show survived, though. This show came out and they're making a second season. Like they just announced back in February. They are making a second season.
Cool.
They've announced a mutant on the show too.
Yup.
At the point, like Marvel wasn't even saying like we have mutants yet.
Yeah, that was like a subtle little. Yeah, they got a couple mutants because
Silver Samurai, right?
The other sumo guy's a mutant.
Yep.
Oh, the sumo guy is a mutant too. I just remember hearing the samurai one.
Was the samurai guy? Have you ever seen the Wolverine movie? The second Hugh Jackman Wolverine movie. Silver Samurai is the villain in that movie.
Shit, I don't know why I don't remember anything about that movie.
Nobody remembers that movie.
I definitely watched that movie. I don't remember that movie. What's that movie that they had like a scene cut out of it that they're showing the orange costume?
Yeah. That scene was cut. Yeah, there was one where Wolverine goes to Japan, so it's very similar to this show.
Wait, isn't that also? No. I'm thinking of the X-Men one with Deadpool. That's not what you're talking about, right?
No, this is the second one.
No, that was the first one.
That was the first one. Okay.
There's Origins, then they got the Wolverine, and then Logan. So those are like the three. And the Wolverine and Logan were directed by the same guy.
Yeah.
But the Wolverine is a movie that, I think it's very underrated, but the movie that nobody saw. It was rated PG-13, so it had these awesome Wolverine verse Yakuza people, but there's no blood, so it's also weird. Also, kick-ass train sequence. If you go on YouTube, anyone, go look up the Wolverine train fight sequence with a bunch of Yakuzas. It's amazing.
There you go. Good. We love it here. So yeah, absolutely.
Cool. But man, I love this. I'm really super into the show. Like, I can't wait to watch more. And like, I do love this style a lot. And like, Leo, you may be more the one to like look at this, but I mean, like, the show's not that like it looks pretty simple to like anime, right?
It's almost like Invincible kind of vibe.
Yeah, but I really because it looks like a lot of what they're doing. I don't think they're actually tracking the actors, but it looks like they're like almost motion tracking some of these faces, the way they move and talk, and then they're just compositing into like 3D background.
Yeah, I wasn't like paying that much attention to see how the animation was, but I kind of like how it has, like Ben was saying, this comic book vibe too. Besides being like really like gory, they have like sometimes that it's just like a still, and then like they make like little blocks like a comic book page, and then just make like one subtle movement. I don't know, like when the monk is like chopping people and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really enjoyed this
and
style.
like lighting, so it's like they get those tones while still being able to add like cinematography to it, which is
there was one fight sequence that really stands out in the back of my head that reminded me like a little bit of some primally sort of stuff. And it's where the whole background is like red, and then you just see Monkey and Bryce in shadow. And then like Monkey's got his sword and he's like ripping through people, and you just see like a little chunk go over here and then a half a body flip over there. But it's all like very minimal, and it's done in that black and red. Yeah.
I was watching some behind the scenes earlier, and somebody said that they actually weren't allowed to have too much blood. So they had to like figure out creative ways to like hide blood.
That's great. That's great. It's when you have to get it's when you have to get creative with shit like that I guess for an animator or an artist, you know, somebody's doing like hand drawings. I would love that. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. I don't just have to splatter another dead guy around. I have to figure out a way to hide it. All right, cool.
Point. Yeah.
Also, I was surprised that D. Bradley Baker wasn't making the monkey noise, because usually he's the to-go guy to make any animal noise in every cartoon.
Yeah, man, I wonder what those recording sessions were like. You know, we talked a lot about Primal with the guy who would just yell all day on a mic. But imagine, like, you're voicing this monkey. Like, you just...
the Primal, at least you're yelling using your voice. Like, this one, he had to make a monkey voice and then yell. So I feel like it's even more, like, it's worse for you.
You make a language, right? I mean, like, he's communicating. So he has to, like, figure out what kind of monkey noises are going to create what kind of language.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
So, I mean, that's
a lot.
Like, I feel like there's got to also be, like, hours. And I mean, like, hours of just Jason Sudeikis just spewing out lines for just
improvising.
Hours. He talks so much in this show that they must have recorded with him for like a week straight, nonstop, and he just like was just talking, you know, like just everything.
Sure. It was just going off.
And I guarantee that they have even more like funnier things that they were not able to put on the show because of any other reason.
Yeah, any of those outtakes have got to be amazing. Absolutely amazing. And like you're gonna get what's on the page with him for sure. But then can you just imagine, like, the second he's like, oh, we're done, we got that? Okay, here we go.
Yeah, because he says some lines in here that just kind of come out of nowhere, you know, and they're just so, like, natural that I'm like, oh, he's just coming up with shit now. And he's just throwing in his own references constantly.
I like the scene when he's, like, he's, like, pumping up the monkey to fight that very big dude, and he's, like, saying stuff. And he's like, oh, I guess this is like a really bad pep talk. I don't know, just like be fast. Like, you know, like that whole bit felt so authentic. Like stuff like that was so silly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why the Sudeikis really stands out in the show. But like I said, I would love to see those outtakes because there's just no way that dude just fucking sat there and we're just going ham.
Do you think with that, because Nicole, that stuck out to me too. Do you think in that moment he's like reading what's on the page and he just looks up at everybody around him and he's like, this is a really bad pep talk. And then he goes right back down to the page.
Yeah. I like that theory. I like that. That's a good one.
I feel like that's an aside. I feel like that's an aside to the room. This is a horrible pep talk.
Maybe.
Right back to it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I imagine it like as one of the moments, like you guys said before, where he's like, it's paused and he's like, well, now I can just like ramble on. But it could be that too. That's fun. Either way is fun, you know?
there's the line, and I can't remember it exactly, but it's like when he first in the pilot when he first gets caught by the army or whatever, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna die by you guys. Like it's gonna be like 4 hot women who's gonna kill me or whatever it was." Like,
I can see like most of the show being this because he's known for doing this. Even like lately, I've been watching all this extra crap on Ted Lasso because I got like crazy on that shit. But they say like he always keep improvising there, and they keep trying not to laugh the whole
I mean,
show.
that is the Sudeikis shtick, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like see any movie he's in, that's like you bring it like kind of like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
like
you
a
bring
Ryan Reynolds vibe.
on because that charm and that kind of wit.
You know, have you guys? So it's been a while since I watched the first Horrible Bosses. Have you guys seen it?
I've
Oh,
watched
yeah, it's
both
been
of
a
them,
minute,
but I can't
yeah.
remember. I just remember Charlie with Jennifer Aniston having awkward
Yeah,
dentist
I
thing.
like when I think when I haven't seen it in a while, but when I think back to the movie, I'm like, wow, Jason Sudeikis was like by far like the funniest character. You know what I mean? Like when I think back to the stuff he said about like Jennifer Aniston and stuff. I don't know.
There is
He's a talented dude.
there was one Jason Sudeikis movie. I'm trying to remember. Oh, it's called Hall Pass. You ever see
Oh,
that one? Where it's
No,
like
but
him
I'm familiar. I
and
know
a
what you're talking about.
married, and they get like a hall pass to like go have sex with whoever, whoever they want. They give them and their wives get like a hall pass or whatever. Oh, it's a really funny movie.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, knowing him,
Sounds
I'm sure it's
familiar,
like
but I
What-
can't remember.
There's the one too where
Yeah.
Jason Sudeikis switches bodies with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute. That's Jason Bateman. I'm so sorry to correct you, but
Bateman, damn.
Okay.
That was the mix.
We need
But he's
less
another-
Jasons in Hollywood.
yeah, right. Yeah, there's just too many. We get them all confused. That movie's cute though.
And that movie's got Olivia Wilde, so I guess that's ironic.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh my, that's a really cute movie. I love movies where people switch bodies. That's always fun.
Well, yeah, I mean, Freaky Friday. That's
Yeah.
Do you guys remember like Vice Versa?
No.
no.
Similar type of idea.
No, like in the 80s, body switch movies were very big. Vice versa. I have to double check if it is fuck. It's like Fred. It might be a Kirk Cameron movie. Hang on. I gotta double check.
Interesting.
Well, like that reminds me because like you know when Wonder Woman 84 came out, they do the body switching thing, and then you know Wonder Woman. There's that big controversy, right, where she like bangs the dude that's not like her actual dude. And then the director came out and was just like layman's terms, was basically just like, well, yeah, body snatching thing was such a big thing in the 80s that we didn't, you know, it seemed fine.
So
Wait, people thought that was a controversial thing out of that movie because the whole movie was like bad. I feel
Okay.
like to pick this
Saying
as
that
like
Wonder
a
Woman basically raped the dude. Like,
okay. So not dude rape is funny, but it's just funny to hear that. I'm sorry. Sorry. Vice versa is Judge Reinhold and Fred Savage, and it's like father, like son. Was the Dudley Moore Kirk Cameron body switch movie.
so they're like father and son that just switch bodies.
Yeah, those came out within a year of each other, 87 and 88.
Oh, okay. So similar type
yeah.
of vibe to him.
I can
It's-
see that happening on this show at some point. I mean, Jason Sudeikis is a ghost, right? I mean, when does that get to the point of him, you know, like starting to take over
I don't
people's
know.
bodies?
Can I tell you? I thought at some point he was gonna possess the monkey. I thought at
yeah.
a certain
That would
point,
make sense.
like I thought that was coming.
That would be the power the monkey would have or something.
Yeah.
Is Face Off like a body switching movie?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. they
Also,
switch
there's like a
faces.
90s movie that I remember. I forgot the name, but it was like the girl and the boy in a high school switching also. And then you have the
Oh.
one with the Rob Schneider too. The-
Oh my
What's
god, the
name?
hot
Girl or
chick! I
something?
love the hot chick. Fun movie.
Sorry, I'm just
Yeah,
trying
I've
to
watched
remember body
forever.
switching stuff.
Body switch is I don't think there's been a really
It's like
Like
an
a
easy
really
movie
good
kind of
one
to make
made.
because you just need to
It's
like
always
it's
fun.
bad for the actors that they have to know how the other one do their things.
Mm.
But
Yeah, I watched
like,
something recently that had
the
a
visual
body
effects
switch, and
wise,
I
it's-
can't remember what it was.
yeah. the old what is it? George Burns movie, 18 Again, where he gets to be a young man again
Oh,
as an
there's like
old man.
17. Also
Oh,
with
Yeah.
Matthew
it's like
Perry
Zac
and
Efron.
Zac Efron. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a what is it? A Dream a Little Dream with the Coreys in it. That's a body switch movie.
Is this big a body switching?
Yep.
Because it's not that he's switching.
Well-
Like he's a different body. It's not like you're switching with someone that exists.
Right.
Well,
Or
I mean, at
that
that
what's the name?
point,
13
Shazam.
going 30.
Shazam's a body switch movie.
Oh, you're right. Shazam technically. Yeah.
Very good.
Back to Jason Sudeikis, guys. Oh wait, were you gonna say something about Shazam, Leo? You can go ahead.
No, it's just like I like when we go like it's Princess Diary of body switching because she has a makeover.
Kinda. Yeah. That's a big trope too. It's like an already hot woman. They just like I don't know, make her
Oh,
eyebrows.
I love
kinda-
It's Not Another Teen Movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
just
just
take
gotta-
the glasses
Yeah,
and
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 the
like under her
ponytail.
ponytail. Yeah. Such a
Like
common
when the
trope
girl
too.
starts off the movie with her hair up and glasses, and then they go for the makeover and their hair is down with no glasses, and now they're
You know,
hot.
No, don't
There's a-
pick Jenny. She
Another
she
teen
wear
movie.
glasses and has a ponytail.
You know, that's an early Chris Evans movie, not another teen movie, which is funny. And like, yeah, there's that whole sequence where there's like all these women. He's like, maybe, and then there's like that attractive woman who just has her ponytail and her like glasses. And he's like, no, anything but a ponytail and glasses. Not that.
I
Oh
just
my
think it's
God.
like odd to because I watched it the other day and be like, this dude is Captain America, and he's
got a
like
actor,
huge now.
Yeah, and I mean,
He
'cause,
was
like,
ripped, but he wasn't huge.
I remember that movie because it like probably came out in like the aughts, right? And like Chris Evans is like, I don't know, a pretty attractive guy.
It's like early 2000s.
Okay.
Like that movie was probably 2002.
Wow, it was that
2003,
early,
I
And
think.
okay.
they made him look like Freddie Prinze Jr. more,
Yeah, you're
like-
right. Like very much.
So,
I don't know. It was, yeah, that was a fun movie.
do you guys know like the Shaggy Dog? Did you ever see the Shaggy Dog?
No, it's another
It's
body switch.
Oh, I think I know what it is. Like a guy becomes a dog or a cop or something like that.
He occasionally becomes a dog, and then they made another one called the Shaggy DA, where he's like a dog attorney. He's a dog attorney.
He's gonna be what, like Airbuds attorney?
Right?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
There's that Michael Keaton movie where he becomes the
Oh
snowman.
God.
Jack
Yeah,
Frost?
Jack Frost.
Jack
Wow.
Wow, what a horrible thing to happen to you. I would hate to become a snowman.
How about the one
You
that you
die
forced
and
to be
become
Santa
the
Claus
Santa-
Well,
just
but-
because you try his pants?
Andy, do you guys hear my fiance? The rare occurrence where he tunes in. Do you guys hear him?
No.
No, I didn't. What did he say?
He just said Jack Frost is a documentary. That's it.
Oh, is it?
Also, like the thing with Jack Frost, so is it a body switch or is that more of a possession? Because Michael Keaton dies in that, right?
Yeah, I guess that is more of a possession because he does. Yeah, he just. I guess yeah.
I don't
he
remember that
possesses
movie at all.
That movie scared the shit out of me. I was like, absolutely not am I seeing this. No fucking thank you. My God.
Because he loves his kids so much, he doesn't want to leave, and then he becomes a snowman. And I don't know that that's full on body switch. I think that's more of like demon possession.
Okay.
Well, who also really loves someone and doesn't want to leave, and that's Jason Sudeikis because he comes back at the
Yeah.
end and was like, "I don't want to."
He made his soul his soul.
Yeah.
He's like, I sound like a paper with this pointy guy there.
Yeah. Man, do you guys think Jason Sudeikis watches Hit Monkey? Yeah, it's
No,
funny. I was
I don't
thinking
think
that
so.
too.
I think he goes there, he says a bunch of funny shit for
Yeah.
a week, collects his paycheck.
What a
He was too
blessing.
busy. He's too busy cashing the money out of all the other stuff. He's making a lot of
Yeah.
money now.
Yes, Ted Lasso.
Well, who knows how much the divorce? All that money is probably going to divorce
Yeah,
too.
oh my God. It seems like
I don't know, like when
that's
is
really
like
weird.
two stars like this, does like because like usually when people had to divide their money is because like maybe one person dedicated more like to the family, the other to
Yeah.
work, and then you need to be fair. But like they're both Hollywood stars.
You know,
Do
Yeah, who the fuck? Yeah, when
I
it's
don't
that
know.
amount
Call
of
in
money, that
there.
just
Let's
gets
talk
scary.
with a lawyer.
I don't think she was actually ever. Oh yeah, I'll talk to him later about it and ask him. And I'll let you guys know what he said. I actually don't think that Jason Bateman and Olivia Wilde, not Jason Bateman. Oh my God, Jason Sudeikis and Olivia Wilde. I don't think they're actually married. I'm like
They
looking
were
it up
not
online.
They were
why
married.
she
Don't they
got
have kids?
served then?
I
Yeah,
know,
because she
no,
got served divorce papers.
I'm with you on that. It says her spouse. The only spouse it has on here on Google is Tao Ruspoli. It does not say. So I don't know if they were officially married. I mean, I'm with you though that I don't know. I gotta keep.
Maybe he's just suing her for something. I don't know.
Maybe it's. I mean, they do have children together, so maybe it's like custody stuff. I don't know.
No, that makes sense. I guess.
I could have sworn he served her divorce papers. I've seen the video.
Oh, I
It's
wish.
like it's really mean, but it's like really funny. Like it's like clearly she's giving like her whole full presentation, pitching whatever movie she's making, and then some guy is just like, "Oh yeah, here's the paper," and she looks at it for a second. She's like excited about it. She's like, "Oh, somebody's handing me something. This is nice." Looks at it like immediately and is like, "Oh," and then goes back to what she's.
Oh my
talking
God, that
about.
is like inherently
It's-
funny. Also sad, but also
No.
funny. But also sad and also funny.
Also,
Which is
Yeah.
what this show
Yes,
is,
yes.
right?
also Reeves wanted us to rank the sexiest monkeys. So
I don't know. I don't know that. I don't have thought.
Yeah, I don't know that's a thing or not, but I don't.
That's not something I know. Yeah, I don't.
The monkeys are cool, man. Like as a kid, like going to the zoo, like I love like monkeys are always the coolest. Maybe because they're the most human-like kind of animals, but they're just, like the fact that the way they can climb, use their feet, and like how strong they are.
I
Do you know what I mean? I talked about it like recently on this show, but there was like a video recently of some chick who like threw like a water bottle at a monkey at like a zoo, and that fucking monkey like snipes her with it. Like he picks up the bottle, jumps in the air, and fucking full on snipes her with the water bottle.
Wow.
I don't know here,
s-
but in Brazil in the zoo, the monkeys just throw shit on you. They
Wait.
get straight from the ass. It's not even like on the floor. They get out of their
No,
ass.
they
and throw
Into
it.
their hand, just like
Yeah.
into.
Yeah, no, they shit in their hands, they scoop it, and they chuck it at you. The other great thing. So I saw this on Instagram. It was amazing, and I forget who sent it to me. It may have been James, or it may have been Jasmine, friend of the show, Jasmine Hanks, right? But
Hi,
there's a monkey, and he's in the window, and he sees a pretty lady, and the monkey goes with his dick.
Oh,
Like,
I
you
sent you
sent me
that.
that.
I
And the
sent you
monkey's
that video.
got his dick, and he's just like patting it in front of her, and she goes running away, and the monkey's he's sitting there just smacking his dick. He keeps following.
And he goes to the other end of the glass, and then she's like running back and forth through the glass,
And
and
the-
following her.
It's
It's
like
like,
I know people on
Wild.
Spotify can see anything, but I don't know if even you guys gonna. But there's like a video of a monkey with a like AK, and
Terrifying.
everybody's like,
Terrified.
yeah.
it's hit monkey.
But
Oh, it's like
Another video I think I sent to you, Ben, where it's like a monkey has like his butt up to like a fence, and there's like another monkey on the other side of it picking his butt through the fence.
Did you see the one where the gorillas are humping and the little monkey goes up to the big gorilla while he's humping away? And it's just these two giant gorillas just humping. And the little monkey goes up with his finger and he sticks it right in the dude's ass. Like while the guy's just plugging away, he is boop right in the fucking thing's butthole. It is hands down one of the greatest things that I've ever seen. And like, I'm shocked it's taken us an hour and a half to get to monkeys in their poop. Like, let's be honest.
No, but even not just the poop. Like how many videos we have of like monkeys in the zoo showing like behavior that look like it's like a person in a costume or something. Like people show stuff on their phone and they make like faces like, oh shit.
Well, to talk about something sweet, I also saw a video once where a monkey mom had a little monkey baby in her hand by the glass or whatever, and another, like a real mom, a human mom, had her baby next to the glass, and then the monkey brings her baby closer up to like where the mom was holding the baby, and they're like, the monkey's like, "Hey, look, you got a baby, like I got a baby," and they're both like she's like showing off her baby to the other mom's baby. Like
they're like, see, we're exactly like you. That's all
Yeah, up
monkeys
until
are saying.
5 years old, they're exactly the same.
Same.
yeah,
There's like a
The other-
silverback gorilla like video, like watching like some insects walking on the floor. So it's kind of like he's like looking super interested. It's like, oh shit, look at this random thing here.
Oh, and Ben, you follow Nature's
Yes.
Metal, right? They posted a video somewhat recently. I don't remember the exact context. I think like I can't remember if this like it was like a gorilla pack, and then like another gorilla came in from outside the pack, and I don't know if he was some way he was trying to assault some female gorilla, and then like another gorilla saw it and then like looks at the rest of the pack and was like, "Yo, we got to get this dude." And like so the gorilla's like trying to attack this one gorilla, and then the fucking pack comes in and starts beating the shit out of him like gang style, like. Just like pull the gorilla off him and just start going and just start beating the shit out of him, like throw him out of the fucking woods. And someone got a video of that. Just having
dude,
to get
there's
that shit.
and it's a classic. It's like I want to say it's maybe a Vine, or maybe they got it somewhere before then. Maybe it's old school YouTube. Who knows? But it's hands down one of the greatest videos of a baby monkey ever. He's sitting on the log. And he's just sitting there, and he scratches his butt, and he sticks his finger in his butt, and he itches, and then he pulls it up, and he sniffs it, and then he just falls off the log. It's hands down like he itches his butt, and then he goes,
Silly.
oh, and then he just falls over because it smells like a monkey's butt. Like, can't smell that good.
He was like, "Whoa!" He faints because it smells so
and he
bad.
just falls off the fucking log. It's one of the greatest things ever. But I actually in the chat I did answer Reeves's question. So since everybody else blew it off, Reeves specifically asked. He specifically asked me. He says, "If I had to trade in Jen for a monkey, what type of monkey am I going with?" He says, "Gorilla, baboon, orangutan, chimp." And then when are you gonna rate the sexiest monkeys? I said the only one that I would trade her in for would be macaque.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So Reeves said
Monkey people will
Isn't
love
that
that. Monkey people will find that funny.
Isn't that the same type of monkey that is from Hitmonkey? Is
Yeah,
that the type of
it's
monkey?
a macaque, or a macaque.
Yeah.
Reeves said thank you, Ben, for not being a coward. So I just want to rewind and say Reeves's question to me, which I feel like was not as delicate. He said, Nicole, would you love your fiance more if he were a monkey?
I mean, I feel that's a delicate question. He's just asking for some reality.
But the answer
Would
is
you?
no. I said no. So I'm not a coward because
I just want to say I'm not a coward because I don't know what I would do with Nicole's fiance, and I have nothing with Jen, so I can't answer any of this question.
there was nothing. Yeah, there was nothing for Leo there, I guess.
All right, we'll start fucking wrapping this shit up, though. Ben, what are your final thoughts on this shit?
The monkey should have thrown more poop. After the last like 15 minutes, I'm really beginning to realize like the real shortcoming in the show. He doesn't masturbate once. He doesn't throw any poop anywhere at all. And until this time, I was like, it was gonna be a success. I mean, maybe it still is, but I hope they're saving that for season 2. I hope.
Well, in the comics, when the monkey starts becoming, because I just found out too, right before I came on, in the comics, when the monkey's actually now he is like hit monkey, living the hit monkey life, monkey fucks. Like ladies love hit monkey. Like hit monkey.
Isn't like time to like.
That's what happens in the comics. So we'll see what happens in season 2.
Now Reeves does want to know,
So, yeah.
and we'll get the. I'm going to say a success, but Leo has a question to answer now.
Shit. Like what? Which
Leo,
one
you
I
don't have
would
to.
date if I had to? If I was a monkey?
Leo, what monkey are you dating? I don't understand the question. I'm just reading it.
I don't know enough monkey types.
So we're gonna ban Reeves from the chat. So
No. There's no banning Reeves from the chat. I'm the moderator. These are good questions.
Sorry, Reeves. I'm gonna research
love
and
Reeves.
answer you in a different episode.
Theo, what are you giving this show?
It's
what
a
are your final
success,
thoughts?
even though I didn't finish my first sitting because like I said before, I started when it just came out and then I got distracted. But I really like the show and I recommend and I want to watch season 2.
Hell yeah! What about you, Nicole?
Sorry, I was reading Dwayne's message that said, Nicole, I think I'll be working on my new reference drawing of you tomorrow night. So I'm sorry, I was reading that. So I oh, do I give it a success? No, I think I don't. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I think I do give it an I think I do give it that. I thought the first.
Wow.
I know. I'm so sorry. Like I said, I think the.
Nicole hate the animals.
God, are you freaking kidding? I think I like I had high hopes for the show too. I was like pumped. You know, like I started the first episode and I was like, I'm like so into this weird shit. Then it got so to me it got so stale, dude. I like the concept, but I don't think the execution was great. I'm sorry. There were a lot of things about it I liked, but there were a lot of things I didn't like. Yeah. So yeah. That's that.
Well, sorry.
I'm sorry,
Nicole.
James.
I'm gonna give it a
success.
I mean, I love this show. I'm almost jealous that like I couldn't have come up with this idea because I love the concept of it so much, and the twist and the turns like got me like I like there was a big mystery, and like I don't know, did you guys know that like the guy who ended up becoming the prime minister was like setting everything up the whole time?
No, that's a great
I
twist.
discovered
Great
with the
reveal.
monkey.
Yeah, me too. That was a great twist.
So all that shit, yeah, like all that shit though was really good.
Reeves funny called monkey hater.
What I really like about this show, yeah, what this is why we're banning. I'm gonna ban him.
Reeves, be nice.
Actually, I just thought like a really good idea here. Sorry, James. Just before I forget.
Oh, I'm finishing up talking. All right, we're done with this monkey talk here.
Oh no, it is
Reeves.
a monkey. It's related to the show, kind of like, but I changed a little bit so we won't get struck by Disney. We need a were-deer with the gorilla assassin. So the gorilla assassin is coming to take care of were-deer. That's like the sequel. Sorry, James, go ahead.
There you go, genius. Isn't there a skunk ape in the movie?
Done.
I love this show, and I said I'm giving it a success. And what I really like about it too is the very end of the show is like I don't know. Have you all seen the movie The Graduate?
I don't know.
The Dustin Hoffman movie from the late '60s. It's one of my favorite movies ever. And my favorite part of that movie is the very end when they all like they end the wedding, they run away together, they hit that moment in the bus where they're sitting there, and then like that shot just holds on them, and they're like super happy, but the shot holds even longer. And then there's like they don't without saying anything, they stop smiling and hit this like moment of like realism that gets to them of like, oh, this is what we're really doing. And like I love this show. Oh my god! You know what? I'm done talking.
That's the perfect.
No, but that's like I like awkward silence. Like it's kind of like what James Gunn did in the intro of Peacemaker, having the offbeat, awkward like get into the thing. I appreciate the end of the show when they did that.
Well, that's what I was trying to get at. Was that the last scene? Them on the plane together, just being super awkward, and it sits there like, yeah, we're gonna go to New York. I'm gonna get you to my agent. We're gonna kill a bunch of people. It's gonna be fucking great. Here, I got this. Look at this cool thing I could do with this liquor bottle now. And Monkey's like, yeah, it's gonna be cool, And then it just sits with them. And they're like, oh, yeah, this is what we're doing.
That is like the best description of the ending of The Graduate that I've ever heard in my life. I just want it to be known. Like everyone talks about The fucking Graduate, but it's great. That's just like what you just said about it was awesome.
That sits with me. I mean, I love that. I wish I can achieve an ending like that because it's just perfect. And I like that this show did that, where it's like, oh yeah, like we're gonna fucking be superheroes together, and then they're like, oh yeah, we have to be superheroes together and actually go to New York now and figure it out. And it's all in the moment. But only thing I didn't really like about it was right after that, there's like not a post credit scene, but there's like a mid, like they put up the title, then like fucking what's her face, Olivia Munn's character becomes
she's the
like
new Bullseye.
That was fucking stupid. I don't know, like her character never felt like that person. Like I don't know.
I was gonna mention that too.
I thought that was silly too.
It's like I realized when the monkey shot her uncle, the way she reacted, I was like, oh shit, she's gonna be a villain. But like not exactly that one, because I'm pretty sure the Lady Bullseye, she's like training her whole life and she can kill you with anything. And that character never even try like throwing like a, I don't know, like a baseball, I guess. I don't know.
It's like Leo, because like you're the one who'd get it more when because you watched Arrow when that chick Laurel Lance became Black Widow. It was like not Black Widow, whatever the fuck the character is. Yeah, whenever. But like when she became a vigilante too, it was like that's not you. Like, you've never done anything badass ever. Now you're suddenly just put on a mask. So that's why I felt
just trying really hard. I know. Yeah.
But what I love about him also killing the uncle though is that it goes back to that line that Bryce says earlier. It's like if you pick up a gun in anger, you're never gonna put it down. And it's like, Monkey has his moral code, but right there his moral code fails him. Because even though he did the right thing, right, he saves his girl, he still killed the prime minister. So now he's still the bad guy. Like no matter what, like he had a choice and he still made it and he picked up that gun.
I know, but he made it out of saving their lives. They like the girl just couldn't realize that the guy had like a gun. Like he didn't have a choice.
But it's still though, like you kill a political figure like that, you're still gonna get hunted down. You know what I mean? Like, and also like she said, she got upset about it because that was her uncle. So I don't know. That's why I really like that ending. I think the show really just wraps up.
Yeah.
So that's why.
But that just showed that she also, I don't know, like her character wasn't as good as we thought too. Because if you learn that your uncle did everything that he did, and then you see even that he's dead, he got like a gun on his hand, like he was about to do something, and she's still like pissed with the monkey. She can be sad. I understand being sad, but like being pissed and be like, now I'm a villain, that showed that she's not a good person at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel that way too. And I wouldn't care if she was pissed. I'd care that she just becomes a fucking villain. No. Like what? Oh, just
like it wouldn't make sense if she was more like a Lex Luthor kind of thing. Not like she's someone that have like a perfect aim, I guess.
Like she could throw a punch that whole show. What makes me think that she can just become a killer assassin?
And like I don't get why she'd want to defend that guy that much. It didn't make any sense to me.
I get your uncle.
Yeah, she says the last family she had. So it makes sense she's sad. I just think being pissed, because she's not a dumb person. She can put together that's like, oh shit, my family suck, but I'm still sad that I have no family.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like there's a level of like self-awareness that she seemed to have the entire show up until. Yeah, that was weird. That was weird.
But yeah, but that's that show. Hitmonkey is great. I'm super excited for season 2.
Well,
man,
is next week also great?
Joining us. So next week should be great. And actually, I think Nicole, you're gonna like this one a lot.
I am.
I talked about this movie I've been working on this past week, and one of the actors, this 80-year-old actor that I was talking about, also voiced the character in this movie. And I've never met someone who had like worked on something that had like impacted my childhood, and then it like got me talking with Bergio, and then I was like, let's watch these scenes, and I was like, fuck man, I haven't watched this in so long that I kind of do want to rewatch it. And that movie is Finding Nemo.
I think I've only watched one
on Disney Plus.
Yeah, are we gonna do like a double feature?
No, I'm not watching it, but I do want to check it out. It's been forever since I've watched it, and I don't know. Why not? It's short. It's one movie. It'd be a good week.
Wait, and who was the guy that you worked with? Like, who do you voice?
He voiced one of the fish in the fish tank. I don't know. I mean, I would say his name. I don't know.
I feel like at this point we can just be a detective and figure out.
Okay, no, that's fun.
I'll tell you. Like, I'll tell you off air. I just
no. Sorry. No, I didn't mean to pry. I didn't realize it was like.
No, it's not a secret. It's also not like I'm fucking like. It was some big deal, but like I just don't like. I don't know. I don't know what the line is with this movie and what he was. Because it was, I don't know, it's a different story. But I'll tell you anyway, yeah, next week. It's fun.
Anyway, yeah. I love Finding Nemo. Hell yeah.
I don't know, Ben. You gave it an ant. What
I
are you
don't
giving
know,
it?
man. Like I've seen it. I mean, I hate to be that guy. It is. I don't know. It's a fish finding his family. Okay, yeah, I get it. He gets lost and they have to find him. I'll watch it again. There's the stone turtle. That's fun. I remember that.
I don't even remember this though. Like I literally don't remember
It-
like much at all. Like I didn't like when me and Berger were talking about it. He was like, "Yeah, you know, Nemo's like in a tank for like the entire movie," and I was like, "What?" I thought that was like a bit, not even like a whole like not the
You
entire.
thought that
movie.
was like third act? No, it's like early on. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
that's
Yeah, I
why
did
the
not-
whole movie happened.
yeah. I
That's a good
don't
point.
know. We'll save it for next week. I've watched it probably twice, and each time was like 1,000 years ago. I've honestly, I've never understood everybody's like obsession with it. That's just me.
I mean, I feel the same way. No, that's why I never watched the
Yeah,
sequel.
It's
movie.
fun.
But I mean, but kids watch this movie a lot, so that's why I was like, oh, it's in my zeitgeist. Why the
I
fuck not?
also haven't seen the sequel, but that's because I don't really like. I used to love Ellen DeGeneres' stand-up when I was like 15, and I remember her TV show because of the very hot lady. I think her character's name was Audrey. She was the lady that worked in the bookstore with her, and then Jeremy Piven. I remember him on that show. So I liked it more for them in the sitcom.
Yeah, I think that's why I didn't watch it either. It was like, I don't know if I want to watch a whole
With
movie
Ellen. Yeah.
with just.
It doesn't. And Ellen's forgetful. There's the whole shtick. Who cares? Like, I'm sorry.
I forget all the time too. I go to work events. They say like, "Hi, my name is John," and 3 seconds later, I'm like, "I don't know your name.
So-
I don't need more of this in my life."
I mean, I don't know. I remember liking this stuff. I'm excited to watch Finding Nemo again, seeing how I like it this time. You know?
So let's
I'm-
do it. Till next week, guys.
Yay.
Yay!
The enthusiasm is great. All right, let's get out of here. All right, Ben, where can we find you at?
You can find me in our YouTube chat agreeing with Reeves. We should be watching Furby Island next week. You can also find me at yarn_Yeti, at shit.house.productions. You'll find me at the Curse of the Werewolf premiere later this year. That's where you can find me.
Hell
Hey.
yeah. Yo,
Sorry.
what do you say? Where can we find you?
I'm just like thinking all the shit I need to do. You can find me the bar next to you hitting tables where Brazilians are sitting. So
Double fist.
double fisting.
All right, Nicole, where can we find you?
Find me at _Nicole Matarese on Instagram. I run Fantasy Shed's Twitter, fantasy_shed. I have my own podcast, Twitter, TRTD podcast. Listen to that podcast. Yeah. That's it. I'm just looking at the comments in the chat. Sorry. I got distracted by Joey saying Nicole, period, because I've been doing that to people all night when they say dirty things. Joey, period. Reeves,
Yeah,
period.
It's been
So,
wild
Yeah.
tonight. And yeah, you always follow me at the Fantasy Shed everywhere, all the places, and keep up with us. Hang out with us live every week or listen to us on Spotify. All right, I'm putting on this intro. Peace out, Fox.
Yay.
Yeah.
You guys, this is all Kyle's mom's fault. Shut up, Cartman. Kyle's mom is the one that started that damn club, and all because she's a big, fat, stupid bitch.